What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Comic Breakdowns. I'm your host, Joseph of Fictioning Flow, and today we are breaking down Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 18, which is really issue number 300 in his entire run. So since he first came out, like issue 1, they've restarted several times, but this is considered issue number 300 out of the whole series, but it's 18 in the new renumbered series. Let's dive right into it. Our story kicks off with Miles, his clone Shift, and Ms. Marvel, who's recently discovered that not only is she an Inhuman, but she's also a mutant, hence the X-Men costume that she's wearing. And Shift is a clone of Miles who kind of has similar powers to Ms. Marvel as far as being able to shapeshift his body. The gang is trying to take down one of Miles' new villains called the Bumbler, who is a honey-themed villain and is pretty corny. But the reason they're chasing him because he got these new upgraded weapons from a character called Rabble, who's been giving Miles a lot of trouble lately in the book. Ms. Marvel is pissed because the Bumbler just got honey all over her new X-Men costume, and the gadgets are malfunctioning, and he's kind of like, I can't go out like this. He's already a pretty D-list character, and now he's just looking even worse. Miles comes in at the last minute with the save so that the drone doesn't actually kill the Bumbler. He's like, you need to turn your life around. He's like, look, I'm just a young bee trying to do my thing. I'm not going to tell you anything. And Miles is like, all right. So he shocks the drone, and it blows up right in front of him. So Ms. Marvel and Miles kind of talk to the Bumbler like, look, tell us where Rabble is. We know she's selling you these weapons. She's selling them to other villains too, and they kind of malfunction. They're not working right. And he's like, I'll never tell you anything, and kind of gets away. Bumbler flies away to the only place he knows where he cannot be touched or harmed, and it's a famous location in the Marvel Universe called the Bar with No Name. It's a bar where all bad guys kind of hang out and no weapons are allowed, no fighting. So Miles and the gang try to figure out a plan to get in there. And Miles was like, well, you know what? Hold on, guys. I got this. I'll handle it. Watch me do my work. So Miles bursts in the door all tough, and he's kind of like looking around and questioning the bartender, saying, you know, I'm looking for somebody and trying to look for some trouble, but not really. I don't need any trouble. I'm just trying to find a certain someone. And the guy's like, well, good, because we don't want any trouble. But wait a minute. How old are you again? And of course, Miles fumbles over this. And so the bartender points to the sign on the wall that says you got to be 21 or older and no minors in. And they laugh him out of the bar. This is one of my favorite scenes in this book because it's so embarrassing that Miles actually gets laughed out of the Bar with No Name by all the villains because he's not old enough to be in there yet. We now join Rabble in her new base, which is actually an old Ames base and headquarters. Rabble is the new villain who has been pursuing Miles with no end. Come to find out that Rabble was up for the lottery as Miles to get into Vision's Academy, and Miles just happened to win over her, and she's been pissed at him because of that. And ever since she discovered he's Spider-Man, she has just not let up with trying to take him out. She is joined by Agent Gal, who is the leader of a group called the Cape Killers. They are a group of an elite task force sent out to destroy any young people using superpowers. This was when Wilson Fisk was the mayor of New York, and he had outlawed all superheroes who were under the age of 21 to use their powers. So they are teaming together now to kind of use the weapons that they have and kind of work with this last-ditch effort to take down any young superheroes, which includes Miles, Ms. Marvel, and any other group. They were formerly known as the Champions. Agent Gal wants Rabble to join her merry group of mercenaries, and she already identifies them as Taskmaster, Hightail, Gust, and Scorpion. She was like, they're not all that great and they tend to mess up a lot, but I may help you if you let me put something in place. So basically, Rabble tells her, use my technology and then we can have a deal. I'll work with you to take down Miles Morales. Agent Gal returns to the Cape Killers and lets them know that she's made a deal with Rabble and that they're about to get disbanded since Mayor Cage has taken over. So now they're trying to figure out what else can we possibly do. So Agent Gal lets them know that their final target is none other than Miles Morales himself. They've all had some kind of personal beef with him, so they're all on board with this final mission. This will be it for them and the end of the Cape Killers. The only hook is they have to wear these new enhanced collars that'll help regulate their powers a little bit more so they can take on Miles Morales. Scorpion's kind of not so sure about this, and so is Taskmaster, but some of the rest of them are like just agree because they don't know what else to do. So Miles is trying to think of a way to reach Rabble and talk her down and kind of like help her understand what she's doing is wrong, because ever since they've met and fought, both of their powers have been kind of out of whack. Like Miles has had trouble with his spider sense, he also learned to create an electromagnetic sword. and Rabble has kind of been losing her connection to technology that she used to have. As Miles is trying to figure out what to do, he's hit by this big boom that tries to take him out and turns, and it is the new Cape Killers. At this point, we have a new artist taking over the book, and I love the look of the new Cape Killers. And Agent Gala said, "We're here to put you under arrest, and I want you to resist," because she's looking for a fight. And Miles realizes about the new armor and the upgrades, like, oh, wait a minute, I can't believe it. You all are working with Rabble? So you know he's in for a huge fisticuffs match. Round 1. So Miles is trying to think about what to do to take down Rabble. He pops the Venom Saber, his new electric weapon, and Hightail is the first one to go in him. And he notices that she is stronger and faster. Wearing that collar with the new suits has enhanced her. Then he realizes it's enhanced all of the Cape Killers. Gus, whose power is to use the wind, is only doing this because her mom is being held captive. So that's why she complains, like, I only want to see my mom, I'm sorry. Scorpion is like, I don't want to do this, kid, but I got to. It's the only way I'm going to get my freedom. And Taskmaster's like, I don't care about none of this. I just want to have fun. I'm enjoying all of this. Now Gal steps in to give her soliloquy, in which she proceeds to tell Miles that he's been a thorn in their side for quite some time now. And if we turn you over to Rabble, she'll give us a list of all the bad guys. We can finally keep all this superpowered scum off the streets of New York and deal with the real criminals. Then my man Taskmaster steps up to the plate. It's like, look, if nobody else is going to take you down and do the honors, I'll go ahead and do them. It's no sweat off my back. So like, I hope the other Spidey won't be mad at me for doing this, but you know, it's just business, kid. And then Miles just turns around like, you know, it's something you don't seem to understand about me. Kaboom! Miles gives Taskmaster the business, hits him with a huge thunder punch. And if you look at what it says, you see him, he is fully lit up, fully charged. He's like, I've been holding back. This whole time, Miles has been holding back his powers. Now he's letting them go unleashed. So bear with me, people. I had to jump back to this story of Amazing Spider-Man issue number 700, where Doc Ock had actually taken over Peter Parker's body, and he was going around as Spider-Man while Peter Parker was in Doc Ock's old decaying body. And in that issue, Doc Ock as Spider-Man punches Scorpion so hard in the jaw that he knocks it clean off. And that's when he realized, dang, Peter Parker has been holding back this whole time. I never realized how strong he was. And that's exactly what Miles is doing right now, showing people how strong he truly is. Alright, we now return to our regularly scheduled program, and just when Miles thinks he cannot do this, he's like, I don't know what I'm going to beat up everybody, I can't do it on my own. He realizes he has a whole team behind him. We have his uncle, the Prowler, shows up. We got Miss Marvel, we got Shift, and we got Starling, his current girlfriend, who is the granddaughter of the Vulture. And they are getting ready to throw down against the Cape Killers. It's team versus team. Let's go. We now have a full-on brawl. And I forgot to mention, Rhino has joined Miles' team to help take down the Cape Killers along with Agent Gal. What is the outcome going to be? Who's going to win? I'm not going to spoil it for you. Go ahead and check out Miles Morales issue number 18 for yourself to see the true outcome. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like. And if you really enjoyed the video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel to know when new content drops just like this. Until next time, peace.
What's up? We are talking about Fiction Ink Flow. What's up?
If you don't have it, you are truly missing.
Fiction Ink Flow. What's up? We are talking about Fiction Ink Flow. What's up?
If you don't have it, you are truly missing.
Fiction Ink Flow.